everyone, welcome to my introduction to Realmz. Sorry about the microphone quality, it's a bit janky since it's on my crap top. So, Realmz is a really old game at this stage. It's over 2 decades old. It still goes alright, but I've noticed that though there's a lot of Let's Plays online, which are, they're pretty good. There's not much in the way of explanation on how to play it. I mean, there's a manual and there's a few scattered guides around, but I just thought go through this, sit down, do I guess a proper playthrough of it. So what we'll just go to City of Bywater. I've got a couple of quite overpowered characters, so we'll add those real quick. Okay, so these are how you add the characters. We just got novice, normal monsters. This is all self-explanatory, I think. Okay, so now this is camp. So as you move around, the fatigue bar will go up. So you need to camp, and as you rest, that fatigue will go down. That's the minimum we've got at the moment. So you can do a few things at camp, but that's the main thing at the moment. So if you select items, you get taken to the item screen, and it gives you some information on the particular character that you got at the moment. You can select another one just by clicking on these. It's got a bit of their information. Now, what you can do, you can go. If they've got a grey block around them, you have them equipped or you're using them. You can go show, and it gives you some information, the weight, the armor rating or the protection, and this one gives you 45 spell points. Not usable by this character because they're not magic. Don't click this, otherwise it will collapse the game. So party members who can use it: Jenny and Leota, our enchanter and our priestess. That is not a big surprise. So that's fine. Penetration tip sword, they can use it. They're a crusader. So just about everyone can use it except our two spellcasters. That's exactly what we would expect. So, okay. The trade screen, what we can do here, you can click here, double click, and then pass it over to another character. So that's quite handy, for fairly obvious reasons, I would say. So this goes back to the items. This is the money screen. So money changing not available, so you can change from gems to gold, gold to gems. There is a cost involved in that, but gold has a weight. So this is what everyone has individually. This is how many squares they can move. So if you pool everything, that's how much the whole party has. And if you share it equally, you can also use these to just pass gold to individual people, because the gold has an extra weight, but we don't have to worry about that too much. So, done. Search, as you move around, if you have search on, it will take more time to move, but you will have a better chance of finding things like encounters or secret tunnels. So here you can cast spells. I've got a bunch of people who can do that. So you go to the various levels, and then you've got like a strength, and then it's got a different cost, and you can do that. Trade, money, we've already done that. So encounter, in certain cases, this will just come up, or it can be useful to do this anyway. You can cast a spell, you can use items, you can take actions. Here, not much you can do. Why not enjoy some tea and biscuits? Acrobatic acts, useful in cases. I know that sounds strange. Detect, disable traps, pick locks. Our rogue is pretty much our expert at that. speak. Sometimes when you're next to a character you can say certain words and then they will give you information or they'll do something. Area search looks around the immediate area, better chance of finding secrets or events. If you press heal, it will just cast automatic heals if you have enough spell points on anyone who's injured. If you click this, it lights a torch, which is basically a weak light effect, useful in obviously dark areas. So if you click this, you can select, this is a bit of a summary. If it's got a diamond, you've got it equipped, and this is what this character has. So if we double click, gives us a lot of information about the character. So there is an age, quite interesting, like as a character gets older, things like wisdom tends to increase, but their dexterity and strength might go down. But it never leaves them worse than when they started, if that makes sense. It tends to sort of go up nicely and go down, or the opposite. For wisdom, the younger people are dumber, and then the older people will hopefully get a bit wiser. So view aging, yeah. So tends to drop as they go through life. Alright, so yeah, we're making pretty good time. So this is the stamina, ST, the spell points. AR is the armor rating, so how likely they are to have damage reduced or even just have it completely miss. Attacks per round. He can't cast anything because he's a fighter, but these people can. XY, these are the coordinates. These can be handy to keep track of where you are. As you move around, you'll see that they change. Yeah, so I think this is not a bad place to stop just for the moment. We'll get into some more a little bit later on.